Hello and welcome back to our channel. Today we are rediving into one of the most incredible tales of strength and divine intervention, the story of Samson and the jawbone of a donkey. It's a moment that shows us just how powerful faith can be even when you're literally tied up and cornered. So picture this: Samson, the legendary strongman, is in a tight spot. The Philistines, his sworn enemies, are on the march, and they have one goal: to capture him. The situation is so tense that Samson's own people, the men of Judah, are terrified. They see the approaching Philistine army and decide that their only option is to hand Samson over. They approach him, and surprisingly, Samson agrees to be bound. They tie him up with two brand new sturdy ropes, thinking this will appease the Philistines and prevent a wider conflict.
It's all over for our hero.
The men of Judah lead the bound Samson toward the enemy camp. As they get closer, the Philistines see Samson bound and seemingly helpless. They erupt in shouts of triumph, rushing forward to seize their prize. They think they've finally got him. But in that very moment, something extraordinary happens. The Bible tells us that the Spirit of the Lord came powerfully upon Samson. A surge of divine energy flows through him, and the two new ropes on his arms become as weak as thread that has been scorched by fire. They snap apart instantly. Samson is free, and he is furious. He looks around for a weapon, and his eyes land on something unusual: the fresh jawbone of a donkey lying on the ground. It's not exactly a sword or a spear, right? But in Samson's hands, empowered by God, it becomes an unstoppable force. He grabs the jawbone and charges into the roaring crowd of Philistines. The scene is one of absolute chaos and astonishing power. One by one, the Philistine soldiers fall. When the dust settles, an incredible 1,000 men have been defeated by a single man armed with nothing more than a bone. Standing amidst the aftermath of this epic battle, Samson declares a victory cry that has echoed through the ages. It's a clever play on words in the original Hebrew. He proclaims with a donkey's jawbone, "I have made donkeys of them." He essentially says he has piled them up in heaps, using the very symbol of a humble beast of burden to achieve a monumental victory. It's a powerful statement about how God can use the most unlikely and humble of instruments to achieve great things. It wasn't about the weapon. It was about the power of God working through Samson. But the story doesn't end there. After exerting such immense strength and fighting such a fierce battle under the hot sun, Samson is utterly exhausted and parched. He's on the verge of collapsing from thirst. In his desperation, he cries out to God, saying, "You have given your servant this great victory. Must I now die of thirst and fall into the hands of the uncircumcised?" It's a very human moment. Even after this supernatural victory, Samson is vulnerable and in need, and God answers his prayer. In that very place, a miraculous spring of water gushes forth from a hollow in the rock. Samson drinks from the cool, life-giving water, and his strength is restored. He is revived, body and soul. In gratitude, he names the spring Hacker, which beautifully translates to the caller's spring, or the spring of him who called. That name serves as a permanent reminder that when we call on God in our moments of need, even after our greatest triumphs, He hears and provides. So what can we take away from this amazing story? It teaches us that our strength doesn't come from our own abilities or the tools we have at our disposal. True strength comes from a higher power. It shows us that even when we feel bound, outnumbered, or equipped with the most unconventional tools, faith can turn the tables in an instant. And just as importantly, it reminds us that even in our moments of victory, we are still dependent on God for our daily sustenance. Thank you so much for joining me today to explore this powerful story. If you found this inspiring, please hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and ring the notification bell so you don't miss our next video. We love hearing from you, so please share your thoughts in the comments below. Till next time, stay blessed.